Hey, it's Monday, December 14th, and you're watching The Great Lost Rewatch. Today we're watching the Season 3 episode, Tricia Tanaka is Dead. This is a Hurley-centric episode. In the flashbacks, basically we learn what Hurley's daddy issue is. A, his dad is Cheech Marin, and B, his dad runs away. He was rebuilding a Camaro with his dad, and they were working on that together until one day his dad kind of ups and leaves, takes off on his motorcycle. And we can see the tie between Hurley's eating issues and his father's leaving, because as his father's leaving, he gives him a candy bar and says, you know, it's okay every once in a while. After Hurley wins the money in the lottery, his dad shows up again. And he does say eventually, you know, I heard about the money and I thought, you know, this is my retirement. And that's kind of terrible. Back on the island. The opening scene on the island is very touching. It's Hurley talking to Libby's grave about the things that have happened recently, about how he's scared. He's always scared, except for when he was with her, and that he misses her, and made me a little sad. Wanted to cry a little. And then also, Charlie shares that Desmond told him that he's going to die with Hurley. So Hurley is trying to kind of cheer Charlie up because he can see that he's kind of moping around. He's sitting, staring out at the ocean, and, you know, Hurley says that you only do that if you're feeling bad about yourself. While Hurley and Charlie are talking, Vincent runs out from the jungle carrying a skeleton arm that has a key on it, and Hurley runs after Vincent and gets the key and finds the Dharma van, which is the crux of the plot for this episode. Sawyer and Kate come back to our beach camp and everybody kind of embraces them and they're very excited. Kate and Sawyer kind of are splitting ways, as it were. Kate goes off to find Danielle and is followed by Saeed and Locke. And Sawyer gets bribed into, or conned into, working on the van by Hurley offering him the beer that's in the van. So it is Hurley, Jen, and Sawyer kind of working on the van, and then Hurley recruits Charlie because he wants to cheer Charlie up. And eventually they do get it going. They push it down a hill. Hurley and Charlie kind of seize the day, as it were, and the van starts on the way down the hill. And I don't know much about cars, but really? Is this like an island magic thing? Or would the car actually start? I don't know. Boys? Oh, I shouldn't be so stereotypical. Or ladies. If anybody knows more about cars, please enlighten me, please. And also, why don't they just start driving the van around the island now? Is it because they'd run out of gas, I guess? Maybe? Or you have to push it down a hill to get it to start? Things to ponder. My favorite quote, like, ever is in this episode. It's a Hurley line. It's when Hurley's trying to get Charlie to come help him with the van. He said, "Let's look life in the face and say, whatever, man." I just thought that was really, really funny. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the symbolism and stuff in this episode. I know I'm getting deep, whatever. There's a lot of religious imagery in this episode. The song that's featured pretty prominently in this episode, Shambhala by Three Dog Night, is Buddhist for Pure Land. So there's a little Buddhist involvement in the episode. And there's also a lot of Christian imagery in the show. I've got a picture, not a very good one, of there's a rosary that hangs on the rearview mirror of the Dharma van. I couldn't find a better picture, but you can kind of see it. It's kind of probably small on this YouTube screen. And then also, Hurley's mom wears a cross because they're a Catholic family. The huge golden Jesus statue that is prominently featured in this episode is also a Christian reference, obviously. And then, I guess the last thing is that according to Lostpedia, the only unanswered question of this episode is, where was Hurley's dad for the 17 years that he was missing out of Hurley's life? What was he doing? I don't know if it's that important necessarily. He's probably doing what he said he was doing, working in Las Vegas. I guess that's really all I have to say about this episode. Leslie, you're back tomorrow with Enter 77. I'll see you later.
We're gonna need to watch that again.
On into in the van. Anyway, family. Whatever, man.